All right, I am going to teach you how to do dot painting today. This is a choice in one of our studios. So you will go get the kit that is in the blue bag, okay? And inside this kit, it has the stencils. So you have lots of choices, okay? And I would do that with a pencil. And I'm gonna choose to do this one today to show you guys. Of course, you could do whichever one you want. And honestly, I did not draw the entire thing. I'm kind of just giving me a base to go, okay? And then inside your kit, you have all these different tools. You have the ones with the silver balls on the edges, and those give you different sizes. You got some really small ones. These would be flatter circles that you can use, okay? So this is, and look at this little tiny one, this is a very time-consuming project. I would probably give yourself 2 days to do this. And then, of course, you're going to want your paint. And as I have taught you, I used this paint on another project I was working on. Otherwise, I probably would have just done one color at a time, which is what I am encouraging you to do. I'm going to put some white on here as well. Maybe, maybe not. So that I can maybe do some mixing. You decide what colors you want to do. And I'm just going to put just a very little bit of white, okay? I would always make sure to have a paper towel handy and maybe a couple in case you get anything on you. Plus, then you could lay it down so you don't get, if your hands happen to get dirty. Okay, so I am going to, here, this is the important part. Here was my pattern, okay? What's really important about this process is that you go slow and that you dunk or apply paint to your stylus for every dot, okay? So you don't want to go dot, 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 dot. Otherwise, it's going to fade. So for this circle, I want to, well, let's get a little bit more. So there's a dot. I dunk it back in my paint every single time. If I just kept doing this, eventually you can kind of see how that paint is going to run out. And I would just have to go and redo it anyway. Plus, this gives the same width every time, okay? And I'm just going up and down, okay? I would wipe off the paint after you're done. Less cleanup, so you don't even have to wash that now. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it over to maybe another color. Nope. I can tell I had too much on there. Now they're kind of changing sides, so I'm gonna fix that a little bit. So dunk, dot, dunk, dot. Depending, I guess, how much paint you have on there would be if you did a 1 or 2. Now this one's a little smaller on the inside. So let's go ahead and do another color. The slower you go, the better it's going to look. And the prouder you are going to be of your work. Now I'm going to take, I started this just as a pattern. After I finish this circle, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make my own pattern or extend this design. You could always let it dry, depending on how big your paper is, how adventurous you want to be. And those are a variety of greens too. I don't know how well that's going to show up. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this size. I'm going to maybe go in the middle. And now I'm just winging it, okay? But that's basically your very basic lesson on your dot painting. Up and down, you don't want them to be anything other than dots. All right, let me show you the, look at this big one, I love it. I'm gonna put it right in the middle, wiggling it around, that's pretty cool. All right, let me show you the flat pieces. So, looks like a cane. So I'm just gonna get some of the excess off first, I think, and then check it. I can see part of it does not have a little bit on there. All right, so now each one has to have its separate application of color. And then I'm gonna wipe it off. If I don't wipe it off and it rolls somewhere, I could be getting my nice paper dirty. So that is one thing, one reason why I want to wipe it off, okay? Here's a thinner one. It's kind of cool. So let's put, remember, individual. I think I like these flat ones a little bit more than the round ones. I think that they make a better circle, but it does, you really have to kind of practice how much paint that you put on the piece. I'm getting away with doing 2 because I have quite a bit of paint on there. I think as long as you go back, let's say I did this 2 or 3 or 4 times, and you can kind of see how it's getting smaller. If I just go back, then you can continue with the size integrity of your piece, okay? I'm not really counting and making sure I've got the same amount. That one was a little off. I'm just kind of winging it, okay? Now I could let this dry. I could put other colors inside of here. I could keep going and do this whole paper, but we're gonna stop here and I'm gonna let you decide how you want to configure your dot painting. Have fun.